What's up? It's your boy D-Trav, aka Darren Travis, and welcome back to Knicksatnitetv for another exciting episode. We did it, baby. Here we are. New York Knicks fans, it's something to be excited about. We back in the playoffs, 4th seed, baby. Playing the Atlanta Hawks tonight. It's going down. Madison Square Garden.
Spotting up for the three or a quick pass behind your back. Block your man out the paint when you crash the balls. 5 seconds on the clock, so it's time to score. You better step up your game. There's no bigger place than the Garden. You officially on the biggest stage. Hit him with the cross or the fade away. Let him know it's not a game that you came to play. It's time to rep for the city. New York is the Mecca. Anybody come in our house, you gotta check them. Can't forget legends like Walt or King. PE in the paint or starts from 3. Melo had the Garden rocking when he joined the team. The future looking right for our next regime. With our 2 cornerstones, RJ and Mitch, watching Knicks at night. New York Knicks. I keep hearing New York that and New York this. Nobody run New York like the New York Knicks.
Gotta have about 15,000 fans in there. I tried to get some tickets to the game, man. I wanted to be in there for you guys. I wanted to, film a show from the Garden and everything like that. Playoff atmosphere, have it going crazy. But unfortunately, most of the seats, like 90% of the seats, were vaccinated. I don't have my vaccination card. I have something to say about that, but I'm not going to get all into politics and, the vaccination and all that other stuff. But, yeah, man, I really want to go to a Knicks game during the playoffs, so I might have to fly down to Atlanta, and maybe catch a game down there because I don't think they're so strict as far as the vaccinations. All you need is a negative COVID test and you should be straight. But, yeah, here we go. First round, playoffs, Knicks versus Hawks. We haven't been in the playoffs since 2013, so everybody in New York is very excited right now. You got the Brooklyn Nets doing their thing. You got the New York Knicks doing their thing. Hopefully we meet up in the Eastern Conference Finals and it'll be at a battle New York to go to the NBA Finals. Let's pray for that, all right? But anyway, check it out, man. I predicted in the beginning of the year that the New York Knicks would be a 500 team. They exceeded expectations, of course. The New York Knicks had a record of 41-31, and like I said before, they got the 4th seed, and now we playing the Atlanta Hawks. Let's go to matchups, man. It's crazy because it's like this is the team we wanted to play in the first round. I thought, maybe the Heat might have been a bad matchup for us. They gave the Bucks trouble today. They gave the Bucks trouble yesterday when they I think they took the Bucks to overtime. They took an overtime win for the Bucks to beat them. So, the Bucks is like a number 3 seed, I believe. Yeah, the number 3 seed. So, it is what it is, man. But anyway, back into the Knicks. Enough about the Bucks and the Heat. Back to the Knicks. So now, the Atlanta Hawks face the New York Knicks. And, you got Nate McMillan out there capping, saying that, the NBA wants the Knicks in the playoffs. And it's better for, the NBA if the Knicks are in the playoffs, and it brings more money in and blah, 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 blah. He got fined $25,000. I think he's just trying to put the bug in the ref's ear and everybody. So, if the Knicks get to the free throw line much more than the Atlanta Hawks, then he could say, you see what I told you, the NBA is about the Knicks. But that's all garbage, because if the NBA was for the Knicks, we would have had Zion on the Knicks. We could have rigged the lottery draft, to make sure the Knicks get a top 2-3 picks. All them years we were sucking, we always got the number 8 pick. We've been the laughing stock of the NBA for years and years now. So trust me, the NBA do not care about the Knicks. Would they like for us to be good? Yes. Would they do anything else to help us be good? Absolutely not. Everything that we accomplished this year is through grinding and hard work and good coaching by the Knicks staff, by a coaching do-over by Worldwide West, Tom Thibodeau, Mike Woodson, even though he left to go coach a college team, and Scott Perry, and Julius Randle, R.J. Barrett, Derrick Rose, Emmanuel Quickly, Noel, Mitchell Robinson, even though he's injured right now. All these players worked hard to get what they got. We wasn't given anything this year. And we all started with grit and grind on the defensive end. Now, let's get into the playoff preview, man. Knicks versus Hawks. Matchup problems. I think this should be, I'm not saying the Knicks is going to sweep the Hawks, but this can be a better first round matchup for the New York Knicks. Just think about it. We got home court advantage in more than one ways than you think. Because the first two games are at Madison Square Garden. But now, when you go for game 3 and game 4 in Atlanta, Atlanta does not have a loyal home fan base. There's probably more New York Knicks fans in Atlanta than there is Atlanta Hawk fans in Atlanta. So expect it to be half and half in Atlanta. You're going to hear a lot of the Knicks crowd chanting for the Knicks to win that game. So the Hawks really doesn't have, the Knicks just have home court advantage throughout the whole 4 games. If it goes 5, the whole 5 games against the Atlanta Hawks. So that's one thing the Hawks got going against them. 2, the Knicks are a better defensive team than the Atlanta Hawks. The only chance the Atlanta Hawks have is if they get hot from the 3-point line. Of course, you know, the leader of that 3-point shooting is your boy at the point guard position, Trae Young. Then you have Bogdan Bogdanovic, who also could shoot the 3 good. Then you got Kevin Huerter. He's a good up-and-coming player, young, talented player. But other than that, you know, you got Clint Capella on the boards. You know, he's good for about 10 to 15 boards a game. You know, so you gotta box Clint Capella out and watch, and don't get the Hawks second shots. That's another key. You know, they like to shoot threes. You got Trae Young leading that group, but even if they off, you gotta watch Clint Capella tapping out, you know, shots back out, and the Knicks scattering on defense and giving up open shots to the Hawks on the 3-point line. Julius Randle. Man, Julius Randle has owned the Atlanta Hawks. Talking about own, he is averaging about 38 points a game against the Atlanta Hawks. He actually destroys John Collins every time John Collins guards him. I believe the first game, we swept the series 3-0 during the regular season, 3-0. Against the Hawks. Of course, this is a playoff, so this is a different beast. But the first game against the Hawks, Julius Randle had about 28 points. Second game, he had 40, and I believe the third game, he had 44 points. So, on the average, John Collins was averaging about 17, 18 points to Julius Randle's 38 points. That's a 20-point difference in what John Collins is giving up and what he's given. So, you would think the Hawks will have to switch that matchup up because John Collins can't do nothing with Julius Randle. They will have to put somebody else to guard him. If not, look for the Hawks to send double teams to get Julius Randle, the ball out of Julius Randle's hands. If they send double teams, Julius Randle has to be smart. I always say this, don't force it and let the game come to him. They send you a double team, I think this is going to cause a problem because you're going to leave Knicks players open. You have the likes of Reggie Bullock. You have the likes of R.J. Barrett, Alec Burks, my man Emmanuel Quickly. They're all shooting about 39% and up from the 3-point line. You see, I didn't mention Elfrid Payton. I feel if the Hawks start doubling Julius Randle early, we're going to have to make a quick adjustment and get Elfrid Payton out the game and put a shooter in the game, because so far this year Elfrid Payton hasn't done good guarding Trae Young, and also he's a liability on offense when it comes to spreading the floor and giving room for Julius Randle to work against double teams and swinging the ball to open shooters. So I don't know if this is going to be a good series for your boy Elfrid Payton. Like I said, he hasn't guarded Trae Young good all year. You might have to try to put someone else on Trae Young, like a Frank Ntilikina, even a Derrick Rose, Alex Burks, you know, to make sure you shut him down. Watch out for Trae Young trying to draw fouls. A key point is to watch how the ref first game. I want to see if they're going to give those little knick-knack fouls that Trae Young was getting during the regular season, where he throws his arms into the shooter and he throws his head back and he goes in the paint, throws up floaters and falls on the floor and try to act like he's getting hit. You know, this is the playoffs, so hopefully the refs let them play a little bit more and won't call little tic-tac fouls. And, you know, even if he does do that, man, if he's going to get those calls, when we put Immanuel Quickley in the game, we expect Immanuel Quickley to get the same calls Trae Young got, because they play the same type of basketball. So you just got to call it even both ways. But if I had to predict what the series is going to go for this playoff series, of course, I have the Knicks coming out of the first round and going on to the second round to meet the Philadelphia 76ers. The number of games, I'm not Nostradamus. I can't tell you how many games the Knicks is going to win. I could give you an educated guess. I say maybe the Hawks win 1 or 2 games. So the Knicks is either going to finish it in Madison Square Garden in Game 5, will be the final game, or the Knicks might actually sweep the Atlanta Hawks. But you will have to give the Hawks 1 game at least with the shooting that they have, and Trae Young might go off 1 game and catch us slipping. So I say the Knicks win the series 4-1. Game 5, it's over in Madison Square Garden. That's my predictions. But once again, man, I'm glad you guys tuning in. I'm going to talk to you guys next episode after the Knicks get the victory in Game 1. So excited. You know, we'll be talking before Game 2, and maybe you'll catch me down in Atlanta filming for you guys, man. Big shout out to all the fans that's been here from day one, who supported the Knicks through the thick and thin. You know, you guys didn't jump ship like other fans who went on to the Lakers, who went on to the Warriors. I'm not going to say anybody's names, but you know, we deserve this, man. The Knicks fans deserve this. The fan base been loyal. We've seen a lot of ups and downs over the past 10 to 12 years with the New York Knicks, and it's good, man. It's good that we're here in the playoffs. Now let's do New York City proud, man. Let's get a W and win this series. First off, let's start about winning Game 1 and then winning the whole playoff series against the Atlanta Hawks and move on to round 2. But I'll catch you guys on the next episode after the game at Knicksatnitetv. You can catch me on YouTube at Knicksatnitetv, also on Instagram. Follow me on Twitter or check me out on Facebook. And just a summary, if you guys want to check out some of the dope episodes that we had this year throughout the season, some of the highlights, we had Quincy Douby on here, former friend of mine, former NBA player of the Sacramento Kings. He also played overseas in China, went to Grady High School, killed it. I'm going to put the link down in the bio for to check out Quincy Douby. We also had my man on here, Haron Hargrave, went to Sacramento State University, played overseas in Romania, played in ABA, all type of minor leagues in the USA. You can check out my man, Haron Hargrave. I had an interview with him also. Also did one with my man, Jerome Richardson, went to Louisiana Tech. He went to Grady High School also, was an All-American in college. Check out the interview down low. We'll put it down below that I did with Jerome Richardson, some of the highlights we had this year. We also had my man McNeil, Japhet, went to Christ the King High School. My man did his thing in college, went overseas in Germany. He got Combine Sports right now. He's selling merch. He's training kids over there in Germany. So shout out to my man Japhet McNeil. Check that out. I'm gonna put that also in the link. And then we also had my man Drugz Only. He was on here. He's a rapper, up and coming rapper. Check him out. He got a mixtape out called the Knickstape. I'm gonna put that link down there. We had some dope episodes this year. We could continue all of that for the playoffs, probably for season 2. So make sure you check that out, man. We out of here. Knicksatnitetv.